Good morning. Today is spring day. I'm so excited. But today's a little bit of a different spring day because not only is it my birthday, but sometimes you just have that click, that like, oh my goodness, this is what has been missing for this part of my life. And today I'm hoping that you would feel into it with me and let's really start growing into something amazing. So, I'm all about self development, I'm all about growth, I'm all about manifesting, I'm all about creating the best life, and I certainly have been doing all of that. But sometimes what I realize is we kind of get stuck and we stay in a certain spot for a long period of time. So, if you want to level up, we have to be like spring itself. Think of the most beautiful blossom, spring blossom you've ever seen. It's beautiful, it smells incredible, it's wonderful, and it is going to produce the most amazing fruit or flower or leaf or whatever that's coming from this tree or plant that's in there. And just like that, so are we. For many of us, we are in this little bit of a just budding into this beautiful blossom that's to come. But for some of us, that budding period stays very long. We stay there for too long. So how do we get from there to the actual flower stage where we're actually blooming and enjoying this life that we are meant to love so much? And I think for many of us is that actual decision, that actual I have to move, that actual I need to go forward. I need to create something from this today, not tomorrow, today. Otherwise, it's another year or two or three or four where you have been stuck for a little while. So think of all the areas of your life: health, wealth, relationships, work, the things that you have around you, the people that surround you. What are you enjoying? Where are you stuck? Where are you stagnated? Where do you need to grow? Where do you need to blossom? Where do you need to start getting and really start watering your plant to really start blooming, or a little bit of fertilizer? Where do you need a little bit more nutrition? In other words, where do you need a little bit more of a go in that area of your life? And I think for most of us, we do pretty well and we do all of them. But let's challenge ourselves this year and say, let's take on something that we've been putting off for a long period of time. You in? Sounds good? Yeah, let's do that. So, how do we get there? Well, first, you need to be crystal clear. Once you're clear on what it is that you want, then you can start building. If you don't have an absolute crystal clear vision of what it is and how to get there, it is going to be much harder to get there and take you much longer. So, first step, what I want you to do is write it down, become crystal clear. Why do I want that thing? You can ask yourself that 7 times over. Why do I want it? You get an answer. Ask again. Why, according to that answer, do I want this? Ask it until you get your definitive answer. And that is your step one, is to become crystal clear. Step two is to say, how can I get there? Is it possible for me to get there? And just really feel into this for a little moment. Because for most of us, we just go, I can't get there, or I can. And then we've already made up our mind. So we have to look at the mindset part of it. Can I? What's standing in my way? Are there blocks? Do I believe I can? Do I believe I can't? Do I believe I need to learn something else? Do I believe I need help in this? Or do I just flat believe I can't do it? Go and investigate what's going on in here. Because once you investigate what's going on here, you can clear it up and then you can get to the next step, is living in that moment now. So that future moment where you have it, start living in that right now. Start feeling in that right now. Start breathing that. Start dreaming about it. Start walking it. Start talking it. Start feeling as if it is right now, as if it's already happened. Start doing that now. And if you haven't tried, it might be a little bit difficult in the beginning. I like to imagine I put on a little stop clock and I say, let me see if I can dream about this for 5 minutes. Now, Dale Carnegie, for those of you who have read some of his books, when they asked him and they said, how did you create so much success as one of the richest people alive? That's what he said. He said, I focus a full 5 minutes on this every single day. Now, for most of us, we get to 30 seconds or 40 seconds, and then, whoops, we think about something else, and then What I want you to do is put on a stop clock, see how far you can get, and build that timer to a full focus, 100% focus, till you get to about 4 or 5 minutes and see your life change. Imagine it, feel it, think about it, problem solve it, walk through it as if it's happening now, right now in your life. How can I get there? What can I do? What people can I meet? Feel as if it is already. Enjoy living in that moment right now. And that makes all the difference. And then surrender it. Let it go. Doesn't matter if it's there or not. Feel as if it is. Surrendering means it doesn't matter if it's there. I'm still enjoying the moment right now. And this is a hard part for most of us. But you know what? If you could think of all the times where you had this dream, you forgot about it, and years later it showed up, or even months or weeks later it just showed up. Well, it was there in your life. Why? Because you surrendered it. And now anything that comes up in the mind that stands against it, the little thought, I can't, I wonder if, those thoughts, you go and clear it up, fix it, transform it. Yes, you can. You can do anything. The problem is we keep ourselves small. I can't do it. I'm not good enough. This is hard. How long will it take? It takes so long. Those are the thoughts that we work on. Those are the one that we transform, just like that butterfly period where it goes into a cocoon and it creates this soupy mess and it really transforms into a new person. That means you have to transform into a brand new person by the way you think, the way you speak, the way you walk, the way you show up in your life. This is how you actually get there. You practice it day in and day out. Just like you practiced when you started driving a car. Did it come naturally? Was it easy? Did you just know how to put in the clutch and the fuel and indicators and mirrors and all of that all at once? It was hard in the beginning. You had to focus on it. You had to practice it over and over and over. And I bet you're at a stage now where you don't have to think about clutches and indicators and mirrors. And half the time, I bet you get to your destination and wonder, how did I get here? What road did I take? That's happened to me once. I actually wondered, what road did I take? I was that deep in thought. But it becomes so natural to the body to live like that, to be able to, it builds that habit so well that initially, yes, it may be a little bit tougher, but eventually it's as easy as driving a car if you've been doing it for many years. So this is the takeaway message I want for you today. Most people think manifesting. Think, live it, is. You need to take inspired action. The idea comes. Phone the friend. Go here. Do that. That tiny little voice that we just shush it. Shh. We don't think about it, or we think, oh, that means nothing. It's just a thought. That is the little sixth sense in you waking up. That is the one. Do this. Create this video. Go and see the friend. Talk about this. Go and see that client. Write this email. Go and research that. Those little actions, if they come, the quicker you do it, the quicker your success. But for most of us, we don't do that. We just sit in the moment and we just go, oh, I'll do it later. That's just a thought. That's my mind. That is your intuitive force. That is the thing that gets you alive. That is the magic formula right there in your hands. Live it, feel it, be it, appreciate it. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Walk around you all day long and just look at what you have. Look at all you've done. See the people all you've met, that you made a difference, and how, all the people that made a difference in your life. Look at the sun, look at the birds. Just enjoy the day as you go forward. And I'm not saying don't be human and you're not allowed to have a bad day. No, but sometimes even go and look for the hard stuff. That is a blessing in the hard day that you're having. Ever have a moment where you just sit there and you think to yourself, this is hard, but you know what? I went through that, and because of that, I've grown so much. I've learned. I understand something so much better. That is the moment where you transform. That hard stuff, is the stuff that's teaching you the lesson to get you to the next phase. So think of them as stepping stones. So don't be afraid of the hard stuff. On the other side of fear, right there, lies the thing you've always wanted. So that's where I want you to go today. It's a longer spring message today, but that's the magic formula. That is the formula that gets people to their success, understanding, working through it, planning, visualizing, surrendering, gratitude, feeling into it, just working when you get the idea, just go and do it. And after all that's said and done, I want to leave you with this message. You are enough. You can do it. You are the one with the power. Don't think for a minute you can't do it. Don't think you're not good enough. Don't think somebody else can and you can't. That's the biggest trap for most of humans. Don't do it. You have everything you need right in your hands right now. All you need is a will, and all you need is to watch more of these videos to get you to the other side. You can do it. You don't need anyone's permission. Whatever you want, you can create. Whatever you need to do within yourself, you can do. You don't need permission. You are the creator of your life. You, and you. So, subscribe, watch for more, and we'll be seeing you soon. Enjoy this beautiful spring day.